Are you excited to go to Epic Universe? Come join us for this episode for some recommendations for you to take into consideration before you go to your epic adventure. Hello, park goers, and welcome to this episode of Park Goers Go, where we are talking about Epic Universe. Yes! We are going to give you some of our recommendations and learned experience from our past two, count them, 1, 2 visits to Epic Universe for previews. I'm your host, Logan.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Dustin.
Now let's get into it. Before we begin, quick disclaimer. We are making these recommendations based off of, again, our 1, 2 visits during previews. Don't forget, during previews, capacity was limited. So we'll be making generalizations and anticipated business from our experience.
Hypotheses.
Anyway, first thing we recommend is going...
No, wait. I wanna start. I wanna start them.
Start what?
The counting each tip.
Oh my god.
Well, I want to say something. I can't give any tips because I haven't been there yet.
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys are gonna...
Well, yeah.
That makes
Let me
sense.
have this. Okay. Tip number 1
is going for more than one day. The park is a good size and with decent amount of heavy hitters per portal. That being said, the details and immersion of each portal, including Celestial Park, is really what makes the experience. So rushing to the rides will definitely take away from the epicness of the park. If you're only going to do the heavy hitters, you will probably be able to do it all in one day. But if you want to do all the new rides and experiences along with the heavy hitters, you're going to have to make some cuts. But for this episode, we're going to make planning recommendations if you are visiting for just one day.
Tip number 2 is...
making sure you have the right mindset. You're going to want to stay flexible.
Wait, physically or mentally?
Both. Yeah.
Do your stretches.
You're going to want to act quickly when you see an opportunity. You're going to want to be ready to jump around, and you're going to want to stay realistic.
Tip number 3.
This park in particular will work well with that 3-2-1 rule, which is select in advance 3 rides, 2 experiences, and 1 restaurant you want to make happen. This is commonly used for juggling priorities amongst families, but we found that it would actually work pretty well here too.
Yeah, disclaimer, we did not come up with the 3-2-1 rule, but we very much support it. It is a great rule. Tip number 4.
Also, logistics. Best way to get there, probably be driving. They have a big parking lot. They are running buses from City Walk. I believe they are running buses from the resorts as well. So I honestly either recommend just driving and parking. If you don't want to pay the parking, take a bus from City Walk, or you can also, Lyft or Uber. They have a drop-off zone for those as well.
Do we know how much parking costs?
That's a good question, because parking is basically the same amount of money that you would be paying at City Walk. So I think for all day, it's like $35 per vehicle if you have a standard vehicle. I don't know if there's an after 6 p.m. free parking like there is in City Walk. That would be a good thing to check before you go.
Yeah, that could be a good hack.
I don't think Nathaniel has ever been more excited of a follow-up question than he was just then about parking.
I looked this up, but if you are a pass holder, like we are, you do get free parking.
Yeah,
which was a big question. Woo! Clap. Which was a big question before, because pass holders, obviously, Epic Universe isn't included, but you still get your parking benefit. So when you get there...
Hold on. Tip number 5!
Oh my god.
You almost skipped me.
If you can rope drop, always rope drop. Maximize your park time, in my opinion. All the entry, as of now, is starting 1 hour before the park officially opens. During previews, they only had specific lands where rides were operating, but it seemed like you can pretty much get into any land you wanted to. even if the ride didn't open until the official park opening. So if you are a resort guest, definitely pay attention on the app what is going to open when you're there and what's not. Same for non-resort guests. Keep that into consideration, I guess.
And tip number 6.
Very classic Universal. Make sure, or we would recommend bringing a fanny pack or a really small backpack. Well, actually, that's not true.
Not true.
We recommend just bringing a fanny pack. I would say on most of the rides, you'd be able to get away getting into the ride without having to stop by a locker. If you have your fanny pack, sometimes you'll have to put it around your waist, but that's about all I would bring. Unless you're okay with stopping by a locker, most of them are in the lines in the rides, so it's not that big of an inconvenience, but you might get bumped back a couple people if you don't.
Are they free?
The fanny packs?
The inline.
No.
Yeah, the lockers are free, and they're the cool ones.
The inline lockers are free, not the ones around the park.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Only per ride. Like, the rides that have them are free.
But they're all lockers scattered throughout the land. It's not just at the entrance, like the other Universal parks, so that's nice as well, if you wanted to purchase one.
I would say rent. I don't think it's a long term.
Oh.
Tip number 7.
You may have seen some reports that the park is not very shady. And I think I corroborate that for the most part. So I would recommend, there were a lot of people with umbrellas or hats. So make sure that you bring something for yourself if you are sun adverse. But relatively, like if you're going in and out between the rides, when we were there, it was not that bad. But there really aren't too many shady spots.
Tip number 8.
You will also find shops in each of these areas that are very specific to the portals. But when you go to Celestial, you'll be able to see a little bit of all of the merch inside the shops that are available in Celestial. So definitely check out those shops in between running through your reservations, rides, and experiences. Probably last kind of logistical decision here is...
Whoa, let me say it.
Maybe if somebody hurried up. Okay. Sorry.
Tip number 9, and apparently the last one.
Express Pass. We did not.
Boo. No.
we did not opt for Express Pass while we went. They did offer it during previews, and some people did get it. But we had.
They were sold out.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Jeez, they were more expensive than the tickets.
Oh no.
I think it was pretty good. We did fine when we were there and not have the Express Pass. We were able to get on everything that we wanted to. Granted, again, reiterating, not 1, but 2 days, because then we were able to get everything that we wanted to do. The first day, granted, there was also a lot of things down because it was still, what do they call it? Theatrical testing or something like that.
Tech rehearsals.
If you are going for 1 day and you want to hit as many things as you can, Express Pass might be the right path for you.
Can I ask questions?
Yeah, please do.
Now, what does the Express Pass cover when it comes to rides?
Why would you ask me that? I just said we didn't get it.
I'm pointing it out because I think it's important, because I don't think it covers the Monster one, and I don't think it covers the Harry Potter one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I could be wrong.
You are wrong. So
And this is why we ask the questions.
yeah. No, it does. You can get on Monsters Unchained, but you're right. It doesn't cover Harry Potter Battle of the Ministry of Magic. I think it's just Battle of the Ministry. And it doesn't cover... what else would it not cover?
It does not include 3 rides. We have Dragon Racers Rally, Mini Kart Madness, and the Ministry.
It's Mine Card Madness, not Mini Card Madness.
Mine.
I was going to ask what that was.
Which, honestly, that's pretty good. Only 3 of the rides?
I mean, that's like 30%.
Okay, but look at what they are. Minecart Madness, Harry Potter, and then Dragons Racers Rally.
You don't even need it. I don't even know why it's on there.
That's like at Disney, the dark rides. You can't do the dark rides like Pinocchio and all that with Fast Pass.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
That's true.
whatever it is now, because there's no point.
So not too many rides that you won't be able to get access to, because also Battle of Ministry is a virtual queue. So, of course, you're not going to have Express as an option there.
Is Universal's virtual queue different than the Disney virtual queue? Because I've never used Universal's.
At least during the previews, there were 3 separate drops of availability times, like most likely relatively evenly spread out throughout the day, 3 times, and it'll be available in the app. It'll tell you what times that the queue opens up.
But it wasn't like anything crazy like Disney where you have to wake up at like 7.
No, it's after
no.
the park opens at the earliest.
I'm pretty sure you have to be in the park.
You have to be, yeah, I did ask. You have to be scanned into the park. You got to be in there. Some people say go into the center of Celestial Park and turn off your Wi-Fi because it has the best signal.
That sounds very extra.
Well, it sounds like when they tell you to turn off your Wi-Fi, it sounds like they're kind of trying to get you to not get it.
They're trying to get everybody to get off.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
It's notoriously difficult to get. It's not like Disney, well, you kind of just click to join the queue and it gives you automatically like the next available. You have to select specific times. Usually there's only a couple of time options anyway. It's like 2 hour, like 1 hour ranges or something like that. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, it's only like a half hour, but there's not that many options to be.
It's really a luck of the draw. You just got to get your fingers, get them moving quick, get everybody in your party on the app and clicking away, trying to snag one of those spots.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely worth it.
It will tell you something's not available like 50 times before it finally lets you in, or you're just out of luck until the next one. But I will say that when people do cancel their reservations, or sometimes something just becomes available, so if you don't get it, just continuously check back on the Ministry of Magic page on the app, and if that button is blue, go for it immediately and just snag it while you can.
So from what you guys are saying is basically it starts off like Disney Virtual Queue where you can only get it at a certain time. You then log on, but then it basically becomes Fast Pass, like how Disney used to do it.
Yeah, a single pass.
Yeah, where people will take it, but then throughout the day, people will give it up or might give it up, and then it'll pop back onto whatever this, I guess, the app. So there is the refresh method that used to be very popular with the Fast Pass at Disney. You utilize on this. So, I mean, that's cool. That makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
great.
well, and that is a great, and they do say because you can change, right? Because you can change.
You can modify
time.
the time, but honestly, I don't even know how much.
I would also. I don't know if I would risk it.
No, you can mod. I mean, if it has the option, it's not gonna glitch. Oh, but do take a screenshot of it because it can glitch actually.
Oh, there you go.
Take a screenshot of it if you do get it.
So what we're gonna do is kind of talk through each of the portals. We're going to list out the heavy hitters, and then we're going to do our ride recommendations. And then we'll talk through some of the experiences that are available in that area and whether we recommend them or not. And then we'll call out some of the food services that we went to. And if we didn't go to any there, we'll tell you which ones were the most popular. So first place we're going to start is Celestial Park. You'll see a lot of Celestial since it is the main hub. And it does have the one heavy hitter of Stardust Racers. There aren't too many experiences here aside from the buskers that are kind of scurried around that are playing music. But one of the gold stars here too is going to be the food options. They do have several restaurants and then some like kiosk food services. If you're looking to make a reservation at a sit-down restaurant in Celestial, you have 2 options. You have Blue Dragon, which is a Pan-Asian restaurant, and then we have Atlantic. It is a large seafood restaurant in the heart of Celestial Park. You cannot miss it. And let's go to the next portal.
The first portal to your left is going to be Nintendo Land. And this one, if you are a big Super Mario fan or even just video game fan in general, this is where your prioritization skills are going to come in strong play, if you will, because this is a very popular land with very popular attractions and gotta make some cuts sometimes. So for what we've seen, and it's kind of lined up with honestly like how even the one in Hollywood and Japan works, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge is going to be one of the most popular rides. Even at previews, we were looking at 2-hour waits, and that was limited capacity. So if that's a number 1 for you, try to rope drop it, or just make sure that you have time to wait on that line. Same thing with Minecart Madness. Minecart Madness Donkey Kong is a new ride for a lot of people, and it can get very popular. You might be able to find it for a lower wait time throughout the day like we did. So if those are 2 rides that you're very interested in, definitely plan it out. Definitely try to start out with it if you can, or do a last thing at night. And the last ride really is just Yoshi's. And then in terms of entertainment, there was, they have Mario Luigi, they have Princess Peach and Toad. And then the most popular, I think, dining option is going to be Toadstool's Cafe. Very cool, themed food. And this is a quick service, and you shouldn't need a reservation for this.
Moving along the circle, we are going into Darkmoor. In Darkmoor, you have the 2 rides. The big heavy hitter is Monsters Unchained Frankenstein Experience. This one was pretty popular in the beginning. I think in the morning it's pretty popular, but surprisingly low wait times throughout the day. I would anticipate during actual times that this is going to be pretty high. So keep that in mind when you're considering which ones to rope drop. But again, since our experience throughout the day, it does drop. So this one might be one that you can plan for a little bit later in the day. The other one was Curse of the Werewolf. This one was only open for one of the days that we went, and it was still a relatively low wait time. But as far as entertainment in Dark Universe, you will be able to do a couple meet and greets. The Frankenstein and Frankenstein's Bride. They have a kind of set location that you can go and visit them. You could meet Igor. He's kind of around the front. Other than that, the one other cool entertainment opportunity here is a face painting
Workshop?
Yeah, that's kind of the best way to put it.
Just a shop, yeah.
It's actually really, really cool. We have seen people with the makeup, and they do really, really good. As far as restaurants are concerned, Dark Universe does not have anything that you can reserve, but one of the most popular ones is Das Steakhouse, which is a pretty cool one where they will try to get you to come into the catacombs, but don't go in too far, or then the vampires are going to get you. That's a whole shtick. The other really cool place is the Burning Blade Tavern, which is directly under the Burning Windmill, all the way in the back of Dark Universe. This one's actually pretty popular as well. They do have a walk-up pickup window that you can mobile order and be able to get some things in there. That's her name, right?
The Bride of Frankenstein.
The Bride of Frankenstein? Oh, yeah.
No. Wait.
No, it's Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, she married the doctor?
Yeah, I don't think in those old movies they really differentiated who was Frankenstein and who was not. So, I mean, to be fair, though, the general public doesn't either.
That's true.
Half the time I forget that Frankenstein is not the monster. By half the time, I mean 99% of the time.
To correct myself whenever I make the mistake, which is every
actually,
time.
I'm pretty sure in the book... the Frankenstein doctor's wife does die, and then he tries to reanimate her, and then she ends up killing herself.
I thought you were going to say she ends up with his monster. Can you imagine reanimating your wife, and then she ends up with the monster that you created instead of you?
Is that not what happened?
No, but I hope it is, because that would be great.
That would be pretty funny.
Anyway.
The next most popular... I mean, the next land is... Ministry of Magic. We've already talked about the biggest ride, the only ride really, is the Battle of Ministry, so rewind for the virtual Q-tips. But in terms of dining, the food options are not too busy. The Cafe the Siren Cafe, the French Bistro, if you want to sit down, that's a good place to go. The Goblet Noir, if you want more hearty food, I hear is also really good. But the most popular place seemed to be Bar Moonshine. That one had a consistent line coming out of it, and that is it's a bar really, and they basically just have really unique non-alcoholic but also alcoholic beverages for people to purchase. And then in terms of entertainment, obviously they have the wizard, the wand experiences throughout the land, but the highlight of it is going to be the Suck Arcane, I think it's pronounced, which is the Fantastic Beast show in the middle of the thing, and that is a fantastic show. It does fill up, but it holds more people than you think, so if you can get in line, definitely get in line. It does take a little while to kind of get through the show. I didn't time it, but just something to keep in mind when you're prioritizing and stuff.
And it's Express Pass eligible, so you can get pretty good seats if you're using Express Pass.
And then our last one, our tried and true.
Flying over to Isle of Berk. If you do have a strong interest in Dragon Racers Rally, it is a longer wait time, and a reminder that it is not in the Express Pass. So that'll be something to consider when you are looking at visiting Isle of Berk. And then the other ride, or the other big hitter attraction here, is going to be Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is probably the best ride at the park. And then, of course, we have Fire Drill, but that one is a little bit of a water ride, and by experience, you will get wet. So maybe save that one for the end of your trip, or skip that one. Isle of Berk also has some pretty great entertainment where you can meet the one and only Toothless and friends. Sometimes you might get a random Viking, you might get Hiccup, or you might get Astrid. You can also see Astrid walking around with Rough and Tough and blow your house down. What's the blonde hairs guy? Gobber.
No.
Gobber the Belch. You can meet Gobber, and he is in a little area where you can meet his dragon as well. And then, of course, the stage show of the Untrainable Dragon. This is also one that has a decent amount of show times, and I think it's about like under 20-minute show. So it won't take up too much of your time. And if you have little ones, this might be one that would be on your list to prioritize when it comes to entertainment. And last but not least, dining in Isle of Berk. The other most popular one in the area is Grog and Gruel. You will see a pretty long line here. This is the one with the infamous bread-filled mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese cone.
Yeah, mac and cheese
Mac and
cone.
cheese in a bread cone.
Yeah,
there's
you go.
another way to put it.
I couldn't think of a good way of setting it up.
For
Well,
now.
there you have it, park goers. So those are some of the big hitters and restaurants / experiences that you can have in each of those portals. And of course, it is going to be up to you with how you choose your adventure in Epic Universe. If you do want to leverage that 3-2-1 of selecting 3 rides, 2 experiences, and 1 restaurant, I think you would have a very successful one-day epic adventure. Any questions?
Is that for me? No.
Good. Well, that's it for this episode of Park Goers Go and our recommendations from our experiences at Epic Universe. We hope this sheds some light on your planning so you can get up and go have an epic adventure. And we'll see you at the parks. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Park Goers Go. Catch our new episodes every Wednesday and catch up on our old episodes on Spotify. For any updates and new information about the theme parks or the podcast, follow us on Instagram at ParkGoersGo or visit our website at www.parkgoersgo.com. This episode was produced by Logan, Nathaniel, and Dustin, and edited by me, Dustin. Our theme song was created by John Riedel. You can follow Logan and Nathaniel's theme park adventures on Instagram at parkgoers. And you can follow me at Mr. Parkgoer. If you'd like to reach out to us, visit our website and send a comment or a compliment or a critique, but not so much the critique. And until then, see you in the parks.